So the scientific data does point to it actually being some artificial creation.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we uncover the things of this world which makes us say,
Please God, give me a break.
Alright, so, today I have a very exciting and mind-blowing news for you. Are you ready for this? So we recently found that there might be aliens living on planets that have one side that always faces its star. Yes, you heard me right. There might be aliens living on planets that have one side that always faces its star. Wow, what a discovery! I'm sure none of you ever imagined that before, right? I mean, who would have thought that living on a planet where half of it is always dark and half of it is always bright could be possible? That's just amazing. But wait, there's more. This study is not just some random speculation or fantasy. It's based on actual science and evidence. Well, sort of. Let me show you what I mean. This is the article that talks about this study. It's from a reputable website called Live Science, which is not to be confused with Dead Science, which is where this study belongs. The article says that astronomers have found that extraterrestrial life has the potential to exist on distant exoplanets, inside a special area called Intruders must be destroyed. The Terminator Zone, which is a ring on planets that have one side that always faces its star. Now you might be wondering, what is a Terminator Zone? Is it like the Terminator movies? Are there robots or cyborgs or time travel? Well, no. It's actually much more boring than that. A Terminator Zone is just a fancy name for the place where the day side and the night side of a planet meet. It's where the sun is forever setting or rising, depending on how you look at it. It's also where the temperature is moderate and water could exist. And according to this study, it's where life could thrive. But how do they know that? How did they come up with this idea? Well, they used a very sophisticated and reliable method called guessing. Yes, guessing. They just looked at a bunch of planets and said, hey, that one looks weird, maybe there are aliens on it. And then they wrote a paper about it and called it science. They say that tidally locked planets are also known as gravitational locking, captured rotation, or spin orbit locking. That's because they are so boring that they put gravity to sleep. They say that tidally locked planets have a permanent day side and a permanent night side, and that this affects their climate, weather, seasons, tides, volcanoes, etc. That means they never have sunrise or sunset, which is very sad. Imagine never seeing a beautiful sky full of stars or a romantic moonlight. How depressing! On one side of the planet, you can get a tan in seconds. On the other side, you can freeze to death in minutes. Sounds like a great place to live, right? They say that tidally locked planets have a ring around them called the Terminator Zone, where the temperature is moderate and water could exist. That's where life could exist, if there is any. But don't get too excited, because it's not like the Terminator movies. There are no robots or cyborgs or time travel. Just a bunch of rocks and ice and maybe some microbes. They say that tidally locked planets are very common in the galaxy, especially around red dwarf stars. That's because they orbit around red dwarf stars, which are the most abundant type of stars. But don't let that fool you, because red dwarf stars are also very nasty. They are very dim and cold, and they emit a lot of flares and radiation. They are like the bullies of the stellar neighborhood. They say that tidally locked planets are not necessarily uninhabitable, and that some life forms could adapt to the extreme conditions. For example, plants could change their colors or shapes to reflect or absorb light. Animals could migrate between the day and night sides to avoid temperature or predators. And intelligent beings could develop different cultures or languages based on their location or orientation. Or maybe they just don't exist at all because this whole study is nonsense. So there you have it, folks. There might be aliens living on planets that have one side that always faces its star. What a shocking and mind-blowing discovery. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new today. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more hilarious content.